insight, and analysis. This and more tonight on the Bubblecast with D and E.
What's up? Welcome to the Bubblecast with your host D.
Boy, Big Money E, man. What's happening, man?
What's up, man? Back with y'all, fam, on another podcast, and let's get right into it. NFL Week 3 wrapped up. Awesome week of football. Let's do a quick recap of what's going on, starting with the Sunday night game, Chiefs, Falcons. Let's take a look. All right, 22-17 Falcons. Falcons still have the chances. They could have went for it on kick the field goal, like most fans were saying. But as a Falcon fan, I've seen too many years where we have taken the field goal and never got the ball back. And I think what Coach Morris is doing here in Atlanta, he got a new regime, more aggressive attitude, and I like the play call. Sometimes it goes your way on fourth down, sometimes you're not, and you got to live with it. But right there, what do you think about that play call? We heard BJ later throughout the week since that Sunday night game that said Kirk Cousins made the audible to do the sweep, telling them running up the middle.
That was a dumb play call, man. Whoever switched it, whoever called it, it was just stupid, man. You 4 for inches, man. All you gotta do is quarterback sneak, and you pitch the ball to the left side, man. And these guys already knew y'all was gonna run the ball, man. Them guys was on that shit like goddamn white on rice, man. You know what I'm saying? And them boys they blew the game. Then they had a chance to kick a field goal before they got the ball back. Didn't do it. They got aggressive, which is, and I can't agree with you on the aggressive. I like the aggression of Morris, but in certain situations, man, you got to take them points, man. You know what I'm saying? And I felt that, by them not taking that field goal, man, that kind of cost them the game. Even with all the PI pass interference, man, toward the end.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about it.
That was clear pass interference, man, on that call. They didn't call it. They called it last week when Cincinnati and Kansas City played on the guy. And it wasn't dramatic pass interference as that one, but they still should have called that flag. And that kind of turned the game around itself. So, man, it was just crazy, man. But that was a bad play call overall to me, man. I ain't like it.
I don't know about quarterback sneak with that killing Achilles with Kirk Cousins. In times he looked sharp, but at other times it like he gimps a little. I'm not sure.
He got a tush push, man. Tush push. Philly been doing it. Philly made it popular, man. If you got 4th and inch, man, you just got to push everybody forward, dude. You cannot risk that against Kansas City. And I'm not going to take nothing away from them. They played outstanding against them, man. Mooney came up big, man. You know what I'm saying? Drake London, Kyle Pitts, man. You know what I'm saying? And like, bro, they shocked me, man, the way they played, man, against Kansas City, the man defending champs. Them boys came out ready, man, and I'm just mad that they couldn't finish it. But it was a good game overall, bro.
Yeah, good game. We got to face the Saints in Atlanta.
Yeah. I think we'll take that one. We're gonna take the Saints, bro.
And speaking of that pass interference call, a lot of people talking about it. It should have been called. People said the face mask broke the passer. But at the end of the day, you gotta give credit to world champs. They find a way to win. Some people say it's the refs, but
Yeah,
they've been done that. That shows pedigree and resilience. So
yeah.
Bapper's got to bounce back.
I agree with you, man, and they find a pedigree, man. But it's cool when you got the refs on your side, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit up there and say them some well talented players, man. They some well talented players. But man, a lot of them calls, man, that they get, man, and see that's the thing that people starting to dislike about Kansas City, man. It's not like we don't respect the talent that they have on their team, but in certain situations, man, you cannot be giving them play calls and calling flags on them, but then when it's on another team, you don't call it. You know, you can't. You gotta be fair, man. And see, that's the thing about sports. You know what I'm saying? That tick people off, and people be like, "Oh man, you know, they being fair." They not being fair, man. You can't give that thing since week one when they played Baltimore. You kept calling the guy offline, outside every time, but then at the end of the day, when they did it, they still didn't call it. That didn't make sense. They've been doing it since week one.
Yep.
But then now that week three, they still getting flags. And it's like critical moments of the game. They getting flags in their favor. And it's not fair, man.
Both ways. And speaking of that similar play, another similar play happened. We're gonna focus on that a little bit more in the show about that pass interference in the end zone. But another game, a lot of caught people by surprise. Stop me if you heard this before. Goddamn, the Ravens blew a double-digit lead almost in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
See, we got a
Surprise.
little surprise, right?
Yeah.
Got a little footage of it. Baltimore, Dallas game. It ended up being a good game, but Baltimore should never let it got that close. Let's take a look.
Lands in the slot on a 3rd and 10. Prescott floats one, corners. He's got it! Touchdown, Dallas! Blitz. Jackson sees it far side, completes it for a first down. Money throw from Lamar Jackson and Zay Flowers on the receiving end. Right now, 2nd and 9, 2 minutes to go. So all runs here. So it'll be on a jet sweep. No, it's a fake. How about that fake? Lamar right up the middle for a first down. What a fun game. Ravens come back to a big lead. They hang on at the end. Lamar finishes it off. A game they dominated on the ground. And they get their first. Yeah, a lot of respect there. They get their first win.
Dallas, what are you thinking? It's nothing you can do on that last play. Lamar can run it, or you can hand it off to Henry. I think the addition to Henry going to pay off in the long run on playoff time. Something they never had a back like that before. With Lamar and his combination of legs and clutch arm throw, that was an exciting game almost at the end. But again, what's up with Baltimore blowing these double-digit leads?
Man, I think they started to get too lax, man, going on, man. Similar to how the Falcons blew a 28-3 lead, man, against New England, man. They, you know what I'm saying? They felt like they won the game already, man. But little do they know, man, when you in the lead, man, you got to keep the pedal to the metal, bro. You cannot give up against no guys, man, because teams, long as some time on that clock, man, they got a chance, bro. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, you never should give no team no shot at coming back. You gotta put your foot on the gas, man, and just keep going, bro. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if they feel like you up in the score. Most teams feel like, damn, you ain't being unfair, man. You keep up in the score. But at the end of the day, man, it's y'all job to stop us. If y'all not stopping us, then hey, it is what it is. But when you do that, you give them the other team opportunity to come back, man. And so I feel like they just need to keep the pedal on the metal, man, when they got their lead.
Oh, yeah. And you think McCarthy's in a hot seat? Word around the NFL, Jerry Jones may lose his patience, may fire him mid-season, they lose another game. It's unpredictable what's going on. I know Jerry paid out a lot of money this year. He ain't expecting him to go 1-2. It's still early, but they got to get it turned around real quick.
Hey man, at the end of the day, man, I believe this is this is run for money season, man. He got to do something, man, because at the end of the day, man, his first 2 seasons, man, playoff record, man, all that stuff coming to play, man, and he haven't really been living up to the hype, man. And so this is make or break season, man, as a head coach, man. I feel like if they don't do nothing this season, he gonna be out of there. And then you already got another go-to coach that's waiting for a job. You know what I'm saying? Bill Belichick. So at the end of the day,
Oh
if
yeah.
he don't make no noise, trust me, Bill Belichick and Jerry Jones already got a close relationship. So, at the end of the day, man, the McCarthy don't get that together, man. I feel like he'll be out of there at the end of the season, man. And Belichick slide right on in there.
That'll be an interesting conversation. Who's gonna have control over the draft picks? Jerry like to draft everything. Bill likes to also draft, so they'll be interested if that did happen. But McCarthy, I think he's on a hot seat. Anytime you're on a marquee team like Dallas, one of America's love child's teams,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to win. And right now, he got to turn around real quick. And another surprise going on right now. Dallas former coordinator, 2-1 with DC, the rookie quarterback.
Oh yeah. Dan Quinn, yeah. Head
And
coach.
and Monday Night Football was a good game. Record since 1940. This was the first game that they said had no turnovers and no punts.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ricky looked sharp. I mean, he showed poise. He looked like a damn 5-year vet out there. He looking like what everyone think Burrow will be and more these last.
Yeah.
I think we got some footage of it. Let's check it out.
Burrow in the end zone and a flag on the defense. Yosivash, and this will be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense, number 1. The foul occurred in the end zone. By rule, the ball is placed. First down.
And they're going to hand in Moss. We're walking in for the touchdown. And that's the first part of it. They'll go for the extra point and then need to recover an onside kick. Popped up into the air. The recovery by Zacchaeus, and then the hit, and the flag came out early.
Came in optimistic. They'd been in this position before, and yet they leave this game with more questions than they ever thought they were going to have.
And this, believe it or not, is the first game since 1940 with no turnovers.
And he was going to say before he got cut off, no turnovers and no points since 1940. Kind of history made of Monday Night Football. Both LSU quarterbacks showed out. And right now, surprise, surprise, Bengals 0-3, Redskins 2-1. What do you think?
I'm not gonna say a surprise with Cincinnati, man. The last few years, man, they've been starting off slow anyway, man. It's been a while since they started 0-3, but they last few starts, man, the first 4 weeks, man, been slow for the last maybe 3 seasons, man. So it's like, and a lot of people got a lot of skeptical about Joe Burrow, man, but I don't have them doubts about him right now, man. He coming off a big injury, man, from last season, man. He hurt his wrist, man, and he coming back from a serious injury, man. So it's gonna take some time to get back to his old self, man. But I feel like Cincinnati played a good game, man. They just gonna put it out in the end. You know what I'm saying? And they ran out of time, man. But I feel like when I was watching the game, man, I felt like Cincinnati was being too conservative, man, in the beginning, man. They didn't come out aggressive, you know what I'm saying? And Washington come out with something to prove, man. With a rookie quarterback, man. And Jaden Daniel, man, he came out there on fire, man, and he surprised a lot of people, man. He even had the first 2 games. He didn't look too solid in the first 2 outings, man. But then, like I say, man, as the season go on, man, season progress, man, these guys gonna start showing their true color, man, and what they can do, man. And I feel like Jaden Daniels, to me, look better than Caleb Williams, first round draft pick. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep,
hey,
true.
But I'm not gonna drag Caleb right now because he really don't have his top guys right now. Keenan Allen is still hurt. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna wait till he get back, and DJ Moore is like that number 2 pick. He not number 1 to me, but I think when Keenan get back, you'll see a more of a. With the offense gonna spread a little bit more open, man. With Keenan being on the field, you have DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. Swift been struggling, man, early on. So, but I feel like with the the two rookie quarterbacks, man, they gonna have some good season, man, going forward.
Oh yeah. Speaking of the real Daniels, man, check out this graphic for him. This young man.
Monday Night Football too.
Yeah, Monday Night Football. First game of Monday Night Football. He had more touchdowns than incompletions. And I know people are saying they put in a lot of small packages around him. That's still a phenomenal feat. Quarterback range 141.7, nearly perfect. And again, he only had 2 incompletions but 3 touchdowns. And you'll never hear that stat line again. More touchdowns than incompletions. That was a great game for the Rook.
Yeah, man. Imagine the GOAT RIP to John Madden calling that game, man, Monday night, man. That would have been crazy, man. John Madden called that game, man, against a rookie like Jaden Daniels.
He would be like, incredible, boom.
Yeah, man. That's RIP to John Madden, though, man.
Oh, yeah, man. And speaking of football, transitioning, I think so far, the game of the week, or might as well say the game of the early year part, the Bubba Cats game of the week, Colorado faced off against Baylor. Colorado won in overtime, 38-31. And this right here was just a nail biter. I mean, from start to finish, first game of the Big 12. We got a little package for it. Let's check it out. The Bubba Cats game of the week. Colorado versus Baylor. Travis Hunter, Dion, Shedeur, all came together. Dion with the head coaching, quarterback, dual threat, Hunter. Let's take a look for a few highlights of the game.
Baylor, and to face the fans that have been fans of the Buffs for a while are hoping this ends just like.
All rushing from one side.
The Big 12 opener comes down to this play. Sanders gets the feet set toward the end zone for the game. It is caught by Whistler, just like 1994. On first and goal, it's Richardson. Ball is out. Ball is out. Recovered and knocked out of the end zone.
So no matter if they break the plane, it's a touchdown. If he fumbles outside, and here's get the initial ruling.
Ruling on the field is a fumble.
So the initial ruling, which is always vital, is a fumble through the end zone. That's a touchdown. The goalposts are down.
The students are on the field. This game is not over. Off the mats. Colorado wins the Big 12 opener.
Yeah, man, that was a great game, man. Man, Travis Hunter, man, coming up with a big stop at the end, man. Playing both ends of the ball, man. That I'm telling, man, I can see that him winning the Heisman, man. If you're not voting for Travis Hunter, man, win Heisman, or even the top 5 pick in the draft, man, y'all not looking at real football, man. That dude is going crazy on both ends of the ball, man. Offense and defense. And when you come up with a big stop like that on defense, man, and the game on the line like that, dude, you can't overlook that. You know what I'm saying, as a player. And he doing it on both ends of the ball, man. He caught a big touchdown in that game, man, and saved him. And he made a big stop on defense to save the game at the same time. So, man, you got to look at that stuff, man. These boys doing a good job, man, on defense, man.
Yeah, Sap got them playing. They gelling together. And it's about the longevity for me when it comes to Hunter. As the season progressed, how long can you keep it up on both sides of the ball? Right now, he's playing like maybe roughly 40 minutes a game. If you add the combination of offensive and defensive possessions that he plays, he's playing like goddamn 94% of the snaps. So if he gets yeah, he's the front runner of the Heisman right now for me. So I just hope he can keep it up. Colorado got a couple of tough games coming up, but this is what people want to see. People want to see them fail, and they got to show that resilience and back it up. This year, I think they can. Last year was just a step. This year, they're gonna take the giant leap, and I think we're gonna see some action going forward.
Yeah, man, and even after that big win, man, it still is not ranked, man. A lot of people talking about that this week, man. But I feel like,
Which is good.
yeah, I'm gonna agree with the stat by downgrading them and not ranking them right now because I feel like they still got big games to prove themselves. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let them jump over teams that been doing it for a long time, man, just because they won a game. You know what I'm saying? I still need to see some improvement on that team, man. They still need to pull out some bigger wins, man, to get jump up a notch for me. So I'm not mad at certain people not voting for them, this week, man. So I'm not, people can say what they want to say, man, but I watch football. They played a good game, but you still not ranked high enough to be voted over somebody else that's playing better. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't have an issue with it.
And I think for the most part, being unranked, gives you the extra chip on the shoulder. As long as they can stay humble, I think Deion and Sapp will keep them humble. We'll say Shedeur, if you saw the footage, he ran out on the field before the game was over. But how the hell are you the quarterback? And you didn't know the game's over. Helmet off, that could have been an unsportsmanlike penalty. So I think, a little bit more humbleness, patience is going to pay off in the long run. I think Deion going to get them ready.
Yeah, and then when you go back and you just go back and look at that Nebraska game, man, they gotta pull out games like that, with bigger schools that's like bringing the attention to the schools, man. Nebraska is a big, school, man, that's ranked, man, and playing big football games. And like if you start taking teams out like Nebraska, man, Oregon and USC, man, you'll start getting put on the map a little bit more, man. But who expecting them not to win against Baylor? You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I felt like that was an even matchup that they should have won anyway. You know what I'm saying? But playing teams like USC and Oregon, you gotta beat guys like that, man, to make a name for yourself, man. And I feel like they not there yet. You know what I'm saying? They still got some things they need to work on, but once they get there, then you can, give them a little bit more respect, man. But right now, then I feel like they need to earn their way.
And they got to start winning in a more dominant way, too, because although they beat Baylor, it took a Hail Mary and a forced fumble. Two clutch plays by your two clutch players that came through the most. But that might not happen every week. So they got to start winning early and keeping the lead early. So they ain't going to happen every week. But shout out to them. They won. And that was your Bubblecast game of the week. Baylor versus Colorado. Again, Colorado won 38-31 overtime. And they're switching things up for a little bit, with the WNBA playoffs ongoing. A couple of series done wrapped up this week. Got to give a shout out to the three-time MVP, A'ja Wilson. Just
the GOAT, the real GOAT.
He had an all-time season. this is the second time in the WNBA history where the MVP was unanimous. There's no argument. Not a single other first place vote went to someone else, rightfully so. She dominated this year. And we just got a few remarks from her getting her rightfully deserved award. Shout out again to Asia MVP Wilson, 3 times MVP in 6 years. I mean, that's pure domination.
Obviously, I want to thank my parents so much for just everything that they've done, the sacrifices that they made, holding me accountable in times where you could have just kind of let me fall underneath the rug, but that's always good. I also obviously want to thank South Carolina and Coach Staley. The fact that anything I do gives another person and another Black girl the small bit of hope, that's what keeps me going. Keeps me trying to be the best that I can be always.
You know, that was Asia with her proud parents. Again, an all-time great season. You know, you can talk about the accolades that she did in 2024. Yes, phenomenal year. And we just want to take a look at some of these small. Well, this is just a small list what she was able to accomplish. But we just want to take a look and see what happened throughout the year for her. Pure dominate. I mean,
Yeah, she went crazy, man. That's a lot of broken stats, man, broken records, man, since she pulled off this season.
oh yeah. I mean, the list can go
Well
on and on.
deserved, man.
Yep. Looking like the Aces may win 3 in a row. They just look phenomenal on all ends of the court. Look like nobody's going to beat them. Again, MVP, 3 in a row.
Yeah, man, and coming up, man, they gotta face New York Liberty, man. You know what I'm saying? The rematch from the championship game last year, man. So that's gonna be a good game, man. Looking forward to, man. So the MVP versus last year MVP and Breanna Stewart, man, and it's gonna go down, bro. You know what I'm saying? We waiting on it. You know what I'm saying? And it's an early elimination game. So whoever make it past this man can advance. So I'm waiting. I'm looking forward to that game. I'm waiting to watch and see what they're gonna do, man.
Yeah, still we're looking for some revenge. This whole year she kind of went under the table with all the hype of the rookie class and Asia dominating. Stu
I,
just
she always and she also got Inescu, man. That's kind of like taking a lot of shine, man. Cause she been balling too, man. You saw the last game. She dapped up Spike Lee, man, and it kind of gave her the secret juice, man. And she went off after she dapped him up. So hey, you know what I'm saying?
what they say, Ray Allen had game, he passed it to her, she got game.
Yeah, man. Hey, it was that MJ secret juice from Space Jam, man. It was just something. Spike gave her the dap, man, and she just went off from there.
And I know we ain't got no footage of it, but phenomenal year for Caitlin Clark, Rookie of the Year. Also, unanimous decision. Didn't go her way tonight. The Fever got eliminated. We'll talk about that on the next cast, but a great year. Nothing taken away. This is a great year for the WNBA. All-time great season. I think this is the most excitement the season had since the inaugural season. Almost. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, Cameron Brake out there in LA. This rookie class really showed out. It's only gonna get better.
Yeah, man, and like, man, I can agree with you on that. It was just exciting to see the man coming in, man. A lot of drama came with it, a lot of heat came with it. Caitlin Clark coming in, man. A lot of women in the WNBA wasn't feeling it, man. They respect her at the end of the day, but they feel like they were being overlooked. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the inaugural season, man, and that was expected to happen. You know what I'm saying? But she did bring the eyes, man. She brought the views, man, and she brought attention over to the league that they is well deserved for people to see. Like I said before on the cast before, man, when the season first started, man, we was talking about it, and like I said, man, my eyes was on it. I only watched a few games of the WNBA, but man, with this rivalry coming in with Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, but it was a phenomenal, rookie season for both players, man, because they was neck and neck in the end, in the beginning, man, and unfortunately, Angel Reese got hurt,
It was
which
a
I
risk.
felt like, like I say, man, Caitlin ended up catching 5 the All-Star break, and I felt like, she ended up taking it before the injury happened. You feel what I'm saying? And like, hey, I had to give it to her, before Angel Reese even got hurt because Caitlin came out the All-Star break on fire, and she led her team to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Even though they lost, she
Got
still
swept.
led her team to the playoffs. So that come big when it come on the rookie shoulder like that, man. She carried the team, man. Her and Leah Boston, man, they balled out, man, the whole season, man. So looking forward to the future, man. We're gonna be looking forward to some good basketball games too, man. So hey, I can't wait.
Oh yeah, can't wait either. And WNBA got an expansion team next year. Golden
Yeah,
State.
like 2 of them, right?
Well, I think Toronto gonna come in the next following year. But
That'll be
they
2026 for Toronto, but I know they got passed for next season for what, Portland, or what was it?
I think it's on Golden State Valkyries.
Okay, Golden State. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it'll be interesting to see. Really fun season. What's going on? But for the most part, want to get to the end of the show. Party shots. Bubba wrap up. I guess my party shot will be, to the NFL refs. Now, earlier in the podcast, we showed you a clip of pass interference call when Cincinnati and Washington, and how much similar to the Pits play in Atlanta, that was called in the end zone. You got to call that play, but somehow the refs blow their whistle. And I know I also said earlier in the year, Kansas City got resilience. They found a way to win. And you also said, hey, the refs can't bail them out, but come on, NFL, you got to show some consistency. And what bothers me the most is one thing to make a mistake, and the NFL can come out and say, well, the refs missed this call and that call in this game. It was no mention of that pass interference call at all. NFL didn't even acknowledge it. So I guess I'm still a little sour for that Sunday night game, but my party shot is get it together, refs. Come on now.
Yep, man. Hey, man. So my party shots, man, because I normally do the bust and bubble. I ain't really got nobody embarrassed this weekend. Everybody kept a level head, so I can't bust nobody bubble this week. But at the end of the day, man, my bubble wrap up, man, is going toward the Dallas Cowboys, man. They were just all discombobulated, man. Dak and CD arguing on the sideline, man. They almost came back, but at the end of the day, man, coming off a loss against New Orleans, man, they supposed to came out balling against Baltimore. They couldn't stop Derrick Henry, man. But at the end of the day, man, you can't have your 2 guys who just got paid, the maximum guaranteed money to be arguing on the sideline. You feel what I'm saying? You got to get together, Dallas Cowboys, man. You got going forward, man. They got a big game coming up against the Giants tomorrow.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And they got to get together, man, going forward.
I think we got 2 games on Thursday night, don't we?
I don't think it's just one, man. We got 2 Monday night games again next week, but Thursday is just Dallas and New York.
All right, check it out then. Well, fam, people. I guess it's the end of the show. I was going to say again to the men and women here at the Bubblecast, it's been a short week for us. Then we're trying to do a full recap after all the games of the weekend, the Monday night game. We try to do the show after that. So we're getting better, getting bigger and better in our new format, the new setting that we got. And we're going to get better and better each and every week. So thank you for joining us again. Again, for the men and women here at the Bubblecast, your boy D, Professor D.
Big money E, baby. Let's get it.
All right. Thank you for joining us, fam. Peace out. We'll see you next podcast.
Deuce.
The
Bubblecast is proudly made in the great state of Georgia.